Well, inside this building, Oklahoma State and Iowa Hawkeye wrestlers are in here, a lot of them in the Hall of Fame. But something happening this weekend could be historic. Well, hi everyone, I'm Carson Colvin. Let's talk sports. Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder returned home tonight. The Thunder started, well, I'm right here outside the game, about an hour and a half till kickoff. And I might have found one of the coolest grills that I've ever seen. Well, I'm outside Boone Pickens Stadium where Mike Gundy led his Cowboys to a 49-29 victory over TCU last Saturday. He now looks forward to Iowa State in the first of 3 critical games.
A coach, a cancer survivor, Tommy Wade has been through a lot, but cancer wasn't his latest test. Wade suited up the morning of April 7th to go on a routine jog on one of his routes. He would depart for his run, not to see Gallagher-Iba Arena or Stillwater again for the next 7 months. Wade collapsed after a heart attack right outside the OSU police station. Thankfully, help was immediate and close by.
I was actually in the hospital for a total from April 7th until June 1st, so basically 2.5 months. I didn't wake up until May the 17th. I actually have that marked on my calendar, the day that I actually knew kind of what happened.
First responders had to resuscitate Wade at the scene as he lay on the hot pavement. He was taken to the Stillwater Medical Center and soon after to the Oklahoma Heart Hospital in Oklahoma City. He was in critical condition. He had a stent put in because of a 100% blocked artery and was put in a medically induced coma for more than a week. Wade's road to recovery wouldn't be easy. After coming out of the coma, Wade wasn't alert and didn't know that laying on the hot pavement on that unusually hot April day caused third-degree burns. On top of that, he had to recover from pneumonia before any healing could start. Wade had to have surgery involving skin grafts for the burns and was simultaneously going to cardiac rehab to learn to walk again after being bedridden for more than 6 weeks. Wade was released earlier than scheduled after successfully completing rehab, but that short trek from Oklahoma City to Stillwater would prove to be very emotional.
And then when I turned on Highway 51 and knew I was coming back to Stillwater, knew I was coming back home, knew I was going to get to see the team and the coaches, that got me very teary-eyed and more emotional.
The outpouring of phone calls and just everybody it's amazing, but it just showed just how many people he does know and how many people really like Tommy.
So just to see T-Wade back almost, made me drop a tear or two, because with T-Wade going down last year, it really hit our hearts. And then seeing him coming back and he made the speech, he was like a 1% chance of living. I was like, wow, and then just seeing him come back just shows how God works His miracles and everything. And we're just glad to have T-Wade back with us.
He's told his story to many people and to our players. He's an inspiration to a lot of people.
And started, the healing process. Went through rehab for my heart and for the burns. And, 7 months later, I'm back at OSU. My burn doctor basically in late October, she said, hey, you can go back to work without any restrictions. So, you know what, I'm back. Would I say 100%? Probably not, because I get very fatigued. My endurance is not what it used to be, but that'll come with time. But, right now it's a lot of long hours, and I love every minute of it. I'm just thankful and blessed to be back, and, I'll get back to 100% pretty soon.
The Cowboys are now 5-2. But the most important thing is that Tommy is back. For the Poke Report, I'm Carson Colvin.
Never before has an NCAA Division I wrestling match been held in the stadium. Until now. Well, inside this building, Oklahoma State and Iowa Hawkeye wrestlers are in here, a lot of them in the Hall of Fame. But something happening this weekend could be historic. The number 1 ranked Oklahoma State wrestling team will travel to Iowa City, Iowa to face the Hawkeyes in Kinnick Stadium. This is the first match for both teams. The stadium has more than 70,000 seats. On October 1st, a startling 20,000 ticket sales were recorded for the Saturday showdown. Other wrestling schools have set records. Penn State met a dual meet record of 15,996 back in 2013, breaking its previous record. But this match hopes to blow that right out of the water.
This is something that, is going to be huge for wrestling. If you get that many people there, you get that exposure. If we can make the matches exciting, especially on a football field, that's just kind of This is kind of something that's never happened before. I don't think it has happened before. So I think doing things like that promotes it and makes it exciting, especially two teams like us and our rivalry. To do it for the first time will be something that people will enjoy.
Usually accustomed to wrestling on a mat indoors, the players will face the Iowa fall weather with a game day high of 58 and a low of 38 degrees.
I mean, it's definitely going to be something a little bit cooler than what we're used to, but I really don't believe it's going to be an issue with any of the student athletes. So the biggest concern is obviously the mat, and making sure that the mat is in good shape, and most everything I've heard that won't be an issue.
The two teams usually wrestle in January, but the match was moved up so it could be played on the football field before the cold Iowa winter sets in. The match will precede the Iowa-Minnesota football game to be played that night. The two schools combined for 57 NCAA championships, and this match should be motivation for both schools to go all out. For the Poke Report, I'm Carson Colvin.
Halloween, the Pokes in Lubbock take on the Red Raiders. Before the game, Mike Gundy took to Twitter to thank Tech Athletics for its support of Stillwater amidst the tragedy that happened only a week prior. Gundy's squad was prepared for a shootout was quick to come. After getting down 17-0, the Cowboys would fire back with this touchdown pass from Austin Hayes to Blake Jarwin with 4:25 left in the first quarter. The trick play worked, but the celebration was short-lived. The Red Raiders' Jakeem Grant torched the OSU defense. He compiled 13 receptions for 178 yards, along with this 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. The Pokes entered the half down, trailing 38-28.
You know, it's a lot of hard work at practice. We went through it to play a great team as Texas Tech. You know, they were ready for us, we were ready for them, so we just had to do what we had to do to win this game.
Oklahoma State opened the second half strong, with Jalen McCluskey returning this punt 68 yards to help the Cowboys pull within 3.
Got some room. McCluskey with a very nice move. Has a lot of blockers down in front of the sideline. Needs one more block. He'll cut back and score.
Raymond Taylor put the Pokes up by 4 with 1:49 left in the third quarter, weaving in and out of the Tech defense for the score. The battle went back and forth. J.W. Walsh had a fantastic outing. One score coming off of this 1-yard TD run to put the Pokes up 49-45. OSU wideout James Washington had a career night, compiling 4 receptions for 200 yards and 2 TDs, this his second of the game. The Cowboys ended the game with this interception, returned for a touchdown. Pokes win 70-53. For the Poke Report, I'm Carson Colvin.